Well, good afternoon, friends. Sorry I'm a little late today on getting my video out, but I wanted to share a story with you about a dragon named Delbert. And after my story, I'm going to take you to another room in my house because I have a surprise to show you. But first of all, I want to tell you about my story and about a dinosaur named Delbert. Delbert is right here. Actually, I'm going to turn this around so you can't see the label on my thing. Okay, this is Delbert. He is a green dinosaur. And guess what? He lives in this cave. All right, now I want you to think of a couple things while we're doing this. I want you to think of who the characters are going to be in this story and what the locations are going to be in the story. So first of all, you see one character, Delbert, and you see one location. And that location would be what? Yes, you're right. It's outside in a cave. So he's probably out in a woodsy area, someplace where dinosaurs live. So Delbert Dragon lived in a cave on a hillside. Most dragons are happy living in caves, but not Delbert. Delbert was a most unusual dragon. Unusual, what does that word mean? Unusual. He's not the same as everybody else, right? You're right. Delbert the Dragon had a hot, fiery breath that blew flames out of his mouth. Most dragons are pleased as punch to be feared, but not Delbert. Delbert was the most unusual dragon. We said that before. He had a lifetime supply of dragon food. Let me show you. He has this big bag of dragon food. There it is. And if you look on it, you can read, it says dragon food. Now those letters are a little hard to read because they're made a little fancier than what we usually do. But can you see that D-R-A-G-O-N? That spells dragon. And then F-O-O-D spells food. So that's his big bag of dragon food. Most dinosaurs are glad to have a supply of dragon food because it's very very scarce these days. What does scarce mean? Scarce means you don't have much of it. So people thought that he should be happy that he had a lot of food because some people didn't have much food. It was scarce. Well, not Delbert. Delbert was a most unusual dragon. One day, Delbert felt so unhappy and lonely that he left his cave and his jewels. I forgot to show you his jewels. He has lots of jewels. If you look in this kettle, can you see in that kettle? There are jewels and there's necklaces, and Delbert had all kinds of jewelry. So he had lots of food, lots of jewels, which many people didn't have, but he was an unusual dragon. That did not make him happy. No. So he went lumbering down the hillside into the town below. Now, if you lumber, you kind of walk a little slow, just kind of moving on. You're not in a hurry. You're lumbering down to the town. So he's going down to town. So I'm going to take his cave down because he's no longer at his cave. And I'm going to take his pot of gems down because he's not at his cave. And I'm going to take his food down. And I'm going to put up something else. He saw houses and people, and he smelled wonderful food, and he thought to himself, I would rather live in a house than in my cave. I would rather have friends than jewels. And I would rather live in a house, or I would rather have delicious smelling food and people that I could eat it with. So Delbert didn't care about a lot of food, a lot of jewels, living in a cave. He wanted to live downtown where there were people. He wanted friends. So let's see what happens to Delbert. he followed his nose right into a, guess what this is? Can you see? It's a pizza palace. Everybody knows what you eat at the pizza palace. Well, Delbert went to the pizza palace. And when he got there, the owner, Mr. Arthur, let me find the owner. Here's the owner of the pizza palace. I'm going to move Delbert over here and put Mr. Arthur's right there. Look, Mr. Arthur's has a chef hat on, and he's the owner of the pizza shop. And guess what? The smells coming out, Delbert told him, were delicious. He wanted to try it. Well, the owner told Delbert that dragons were not allowed in the pizza place. But Delbert went in anyway. Oh my goodness. Delbert went into the pizza place, even though Mr. Arthur said, no, dragons can't come into my pizza place. All the people eating pizza were frightened, and they all ran away. Oh my goodness. Mr. Arthur's was not very happy because all of his customers ran away. They were afraid of Delbert. That is, all of them ran away but one little girl. A little girl named Amy. This is Amy. Can you see Amy? I'm going to actually bring Amy over here to be closer to Delbert because she really liked Delbert. Now let's think about it now. We've added some people to our story. So if you think about the characters, who do we have so far? We have Delbert, we have Mr. Arthur's, and we have Amy. We have 3 characters so far, right? And our location changed, or our setting, we call it. First, our setting was a cave where he lived out in the woods. But now Delbert doesn't want to live in the woods. So he came downtown to a pizza place. So our setting now is downtown at a pizza place, right? All right, well, let's see what happens. So Delbert and Amy sat and they shared a large pizza. Oh my goodness. Here's their large pizza that they're sharing. Can you see? There they are. Delbert loved pizza. So did Amy. And it was very nice of her to share. She must have listened to some of our sharing lessons that we've had at school, right? Anyway, she was sharing pizza with Delbert. Wow, they had a pizza that was covered with sausage and pepperoni and cheese and mushrooms. It was wonderful. Delbert smiled a great big dragon smile. The people saw that Delbert was a friendly dragon, so they came back into the pizza place. They decided it was indeed something special for their town to have a dragon as a resident. So Delbert got to stay. Now wait a minute. They said he could be a resident. What does resident mean? Resident means he's somebody who lives there. Like you and I are residents of Morgantown. Delbert is now a resident or a person that lives in this town that has the pizza place. Well, Mr. Arthur's gave Delbert a job in the pizza place, or the pizza palace, and Delbert used his fiery breath to cook the pizzas in a jiffy, which means that it was very fast. So now the pizza palace has the fastest service in town. Business is booming. Business is booming. What does that mean? Booming. You're right. It means they're doing a lot of business. They have a lot of business. People want to come and see Delbert make the pizzas with his fiery breath and get their pizzas fast. And they like Delbert. He's a friendly dinosaur. Well, the children love to come and watch Delbert cook the pizzas. Amy visits every day. Delbert has many friends and all the pizza that he can eat. And he has an apartment over the pizza palace. Delbert is very happy with his new life. But then we have to remember that Delbert is a very unusual dragon. And that's the end of my story, friends. Did you like that? We don't see dragons around here, but this is a really nice story about a nice dragon who made many friends. Now, I promised you that I would have a surprise for you. So you're going to follow me. And you remember how we always count till I get to the right place. You're going to see how long it takes me to run upstairs and show you what I'm about to show you, okay? So here we go. I wonder if any of you can guess what my surprise is going to be, because there are two little things that are waiting for you to come say hi to them. So I'm going to run up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and here we are. What can you guys see? Let me see if I can they keep moving around on me, don't they? But there are Lila and Naveen. They came home with me because I had to be able to feed them, and they wanted to say hi to you. I think they're hungry, but I promised I fed them this morning. But there they are. So every now and then, I'll let you see Lila and Naveen. Bye, guys. I'm going to buy fish. Okay, that finishes my YouTube for today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends.